Today I have a special guest on my channel. This is my friend Mary. She is a crocheter. As you know, I am an average knitter. My name's Amanda, and I like to talk about things that I want to knit, things that I'm knitting, and tips and tricks that have helped me along the way. But today we're going to talk about Mary's business. She started a new business. It's been really fun to watch it grow. And so I want to showcase her business, ask her some questions so she can share with you about her business and get the word out. So, how did you come up with the idea for your business and just tell us a little bit about what it is?
Sure thing.
Because it is craft related.
Yes, my business is called Mama's Mobile Mercantile, and we carry a lot of assortment of yarn, crafting supplies. We even feature little 3D miniature printed things, beanie baby mounts, funny stickers, and just about anything that you would try to find at like a market, but like a yarn store too. So we have a wide variety, a big selection of yarn, acrylic yarn, finer yarn for you knitters, and cheaper yarn for us crocheters.
Okay. Well, how did you know you wanted to have it on a bus or make it mobile, or how did you
It just
find
made
it?
sense to have a mobile business. It's so hard to find a brick and mortar that's actually within a price range to sell yarn. You have to sell a lot of yarn to have a brick and mortar. One of the times that I was going to your knit class when I tried to learn how to knit back in January 2025, Amanda was hosting a knitting class and we were meeting in a local yarn shop there. I drove by and I saw this beautiful half horse trailer and I fell in love with it. And I got on Marketplace and I looked for one. I thought, worst case scenario, I could have in my front yard and sell my other crafting things like sourdough or chicken eggs. I have a lot of hobbies, so it just felt like the right thing to have some sort of way to make my hobbies make me money. So I didn't find a half horse trailer. Instead, I found this gorgeous bus.
It is really
It's
pretty.
so pretty. The
We'll get a
woman,
picture up on the screen here.
yep,
Yeah.
the woman that owned it before me had it totally done. It was basically turnkey. And I fell in love with having a turnkey mobile business. It just, it was so practical. Plus, my husband said that I shouldn't get it. So naturally, I was like, I gotta get this bus. I will figure out something to do with this bus. So when the knit shop that we met at closed, that yarn came available, and I said, well, what would go good on a bus but some yarn? It
Hmm.
won't fall off. It just seemed like a natural transition to put something on the bus. And then as we've been trying to sell the yarn on the bus, we've added a couple things that people didn't know they wanted or needed and some other crafting
That's
goods.
good.
I have a bunch of crafty friends and they want to sell their stuff too, so it's been a nice way for them to have their market to get rid of all their crafts. So,
Well, you talked a little bit earlier about some of the other things you carry.
yep.
What are some of your more popular things that
The
people are liking?
kids, the kids love these 3D mint printed dragons. So they're like a little dragon egg.
Yeah,
This one right here. We'll show it right here.
we'll get a picture up
These
here.
little dragon eggs with the little, like a fidget toy, and then these other little 3D printed things, which I had a kid teach me yesterday, called a widget. It's a widget toy, and I was like, okay, sure, if that's what you're calling it. I called it a 3D printed toy, but
You
that's what
have a 3D printer?
I do not. I outsource this.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I was just curious. You talked about that, so
I do not. I own a freeze dryer, but I do not own it yet.
well, as your business grows, I think what people are looking for and what sells is probably what
I think they
what you're thinking to
3D
add.
printed like crochet hooks
Okay.
and 3D like yarn bowls, complementary 3D items to go with the yarn.
So I think that could be really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where do you set up? How do you decide where to go? Are I know you're kind of new, so you're probably like
So
anywhere you
new.
can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally just got started April of this year. So April 2026, so April, May, June, July. We're 4 months into it. We were lucky enough to find a market that would take us, a farmer's market that would take us. Because I don't carry a lot of the yarn that we make in Kentucky yet, they want 75% of what we carry on the bus to be Kentucky made in
Okay.
order to be in a farmer's market, at least the ones closest to my house. So we found a new market. It's the only Wednesday night farmers market in Kentucky. It's Robeson Park Wednesday night farmers market. We're there every week, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it is a brand new market. They were very welcoming with us. It's been great to
It's
build a
yeah,
community.
I've come to
It's really
see
fun.
I've come to
Yeah.
see the bus a few times. It is
Yep.
really fun.
We have a lot of fun. We built a lot of new friends. We can meet people. We sign people up
Mhm.
for future events and classes, and it's just a
Yes. Well,
really
I was going to ask because you talked about how they most of the markets want you to have handmade things. I was going to ask if you are offering any classes or if you
yep.
plan to.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't mention we do have some handmade knit and crochet items on the bus, but they go really quickly and they're like
Are
it's like
people
the TJ Maxx. You know, you come in, you're like, "Ooh, what's this?" It's if you don't pick it up and buy it, it's gone the
are
next
people
time.
asking for classes?
Yes, they're asking for
What are
classes.
they wanting?
They want to learn how to knit or crochet or both. I
Cool.
always say, pick the crochet because it's easier.
And I'm the knitter, so I would say pick
Pick the
the knitting
knitting.
because I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you
But
like
they
is what I
want,
say. Yeah.
yeah, they want to learn new crafts and they want to learn new skills. And I think knitting and crochet brings a lot of memory of the good old times, the simpler times.
Or a family member could
Family
make
members, a lot of
things.
grandma mentioning, a lot of moms, aunts. It's always a lovingly, oh, so and so, and it's a loving, response, and it just elicits
Yeah.
like a very emotional, um, good old feeling,
Oh,
which
good. Good.
I also do sourdough and gardening. I am a connoisseur of many hobbies. So I think we just need to bring back the older skills that
Hmm.
necessarily people
I
you
would
can
agree.
watch YouTube for it all day, but it's different than having someone physically
That
next to
experience.
you
Hmm.
and kind of explain it in a different way or your unique situation
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
of how to do it.
So you're at the farmers market. Have
Yep.
you done any other special events, or do you have any events coming up that are
Yeah.
kind of interesting that have
Yep.
like a special, maybe a special clientele, or I don't
I
know.
have a lot of stuff planned. I mean, I have a ton of stuff planned. There is, we are sponsoring events. How I try to find events is the lowest possible cost to like vending can be very expensive. So we were very fortunate with the farmers market to have a yearly fee, which calculated to merely nothing every week that we're there. And a vending event, I try not to have more than $100 to set up, especially if it's a 2 day event. $100 is pushing it for a 2 day event, let alone a 1 day event.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of friends that have businesses that let me set up in their parking lot, which is free.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep,
Yeah.
and we are at 502 Hemp in Louisville, Kentucky sometimes. We've been at other areas around the city.
Well, how can people find where, do you have a website? How do people find where you're setting up and maybe what kinds of things are on your website so they can see some of your products?
Sure. My website is mamasmobilemercantile.com, and you can find our calendar there that has all of our future upcoming events that we will be set up at. We have one this Sunday
Okay.
at Jubilee Park, and then also you can purchase some of our finer yarns on the
And
bus.
you told me you have some sort of a link that maybe I can put in my comments
Mm-hmm.
here that
Yep.
will take, um, that will show everybody all of your social media that people can maybe save to your phone. Is that right?
Yeah, it's called Blinksky.
Okay.
It's a
Well,
digital
I'll link that in the
card.
comments for everybody so you
Yep.
can see what's going on. It'd be really fun. So yeah, is there anything else?
For marketing purposes, I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. If you Google Mama's Mobile Mercantile, or my favorite is Asking Chat GBT, and it just searches. You could just do a Google search, Mama's Mobile Mercantile, all my Instagram and Facebook, TikTok. Uh, Videos will be on there.
She's really good with her social
Sometimes,
media.
sometimes I dress up as Miss Frizzle.
She's very entertaining.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
and the people really like it, and they say, "Oh, I would totally get kidnapped if a yarn bus with Miss Frizzle showed up." And I was like, "Cool."
yeah. Me. Okay. Well, I'm a knitter. I've tried a little bit of crochet. You're a really good crocheter.
Yeah.
So I want to know if maybe you would consider coming back to the channel and
Yes,
teaching me
yes, we could try to
a
teach each other.
little more crochet because I think that like once people get into one or the other, they're really good at it and they try to stick with it. So when I tried, it's not I know that I could learn it,
Yeah,
but it's so new
you
and I
weren't good
know
at
I'm a
it.
better knitter
Yeah.
that I'm like this is slowing me down to learn and I don't want to be slow.
Well, I think there's different things you could make with knitting versus crochet too.
Yes,
So,
yes. And I know why I prefer, certain things for the knitting, but
mhm.
I really want to learn granny squares. That's my thing. That's the one thing I really want to learn.
I think you
I
can do
can do
it.
like a chain edging on some of my
Yeah,
knitted garments and things like that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I prefer crocheting in the round. That's my preferred method of
I
crochet.
like knitting in the round too.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
knitting.
Less counting.
Okay. Well, really good. Well,
Yeah.
like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. We're going to do some more updates on Mama's Mobile Mercantile, and hopefully Mary will come
I'll be
back
back.
and we can share some of our adventures and maybe some of my adventures of learning how to crochet and seeing how that goes.
Yeah, watch us fumble through YouTube together.
Yes, it's fun.